All right, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Happy pre-Christmas weekend. Hope you guys are doing well. My name is Marnie Hernandez, and we are doing our certificate workshop. This is our second one with National Geographic Expeditions, Lindblad. If you missed last week, I will have it put up here on my YouTube channel so you can catch up. We just finished some other ones for Marriott yesterday, and I don't have the schedule for next month yet, but you'll see all the different ones we've done in the past, etc. And just so you know, make sure you're part of this certificate workshop Facebook group because I post the month before all the links and which trainings we're doing. So you can just click on it and pre-register, okay? We're going to start Virgin Voyages next week, and we're going to be on part 3 of Marriott next Friday. Marriott, of course, you get those fantastic rates. So if you haven't done Marriott, you definitely want to get those completed. Got a $450 room in New York City for only $79. So it's great. So here is the link if you're not in this chat. So you can join it. Okay. All right. So we are now at Lindblad Difference. So we're going to go to train. I've already earned my certificate. As you see, it's a really nice one. So when you're done, that's what it'll look like. Because I've done this before. I try to do these like once a year for everybody. All right, so we're on the polar regions. So let's go ahead and get started on that. Remember, follow along because you want to make sure you get your certificates too, right? You don't want to do it and not earn your own certificate. All right.
Marnie, I have a question.
Okay.
So if I don't have access, because I'm using my iPad, and I'm following along with you, but I'm not going onto my computer to click on things. Do I still qualify for the certificate?
No, you have to complete it. You have to register and you have to have your name up there because your certificate, once you're done, as you see back here, it'll show you're 100% complete. So unless you're doing it with us, you're not going to get this certificate. So that's why a lot of people will follow along on their phone, and then get on their computer and do the actual course. Because again, yeah, you'll have the expertise, you'll know what's going on, but you won't be able to show your certificate and it won't have your name on it unless you're in and registered and completing it with us.
Because I'm registered, but I'm not able to get in. I don't understand it. I'm on my iPad. I registered and it showed my name and everything, but when I go into my computer itself, it's not letting me sign in. So, oh my God.
Yeah, it's
not my Lex login, is it? It's Travel Advisor login.
No, it's the Lindblad Trav program. It's this program that we're in. We're not in anything like with Evolution or anything. So it's whatever you signed in as.
Yes,
Lindblad. So you're like, I have my email, you have Archer Travel in here. But the link is the Lindblad Trav Mobile. That's the program we're in.
Okay. I found it. So I'm there.
Okay. All right, guys, let's get started. So life aboard a polar ship. Our purpose-built polar ice vessels, National Geographic Endurance, National Geographic Resolution, the Explorer, and Orion add the luxury of comfort to our Antarctic and Arctic expeditions with onboard spaces, amenities, services thoughtfully designed to relax and rejuvenate body, mind, and spirit. The luxury of comfort and freedom. There's no need for our guests to dress up for dinner ever. Life aboard is casual all the way. There's also no assigned seating for any meal, and guests can choose the dining room or one of the ship's more casual dining spaces as they wish. In fact, many tables accommodate uneven numbers. making for easy mingling and the fun of sharing breakfast, lunch, or dinner with new friends, staff, or guest speakers. Our chefs use sustainable catch fish whenever possible. Breakfast and lunch are buffet style. Dinner is served. There are fish or meat choices at every meal, and our chef will happily accommodate vegan or other special diet requests. Tap the slideshow icon on the right for more views of life aboard our polar ship. You can click here, and then it'll share you. And there we go. Beautiful.
Margo, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Is this the one of the fleet? Because I think I came onto the retain, the foundation.
No, you're not going into retain, you're going into train. So we've already done the fleets. Right now we're in hold on.
Train.
We're in the polar regions under expeditions.
Oh, I don't see it.
Yeah, you go into train. You don't go into retain. You go into train.
Yeah.
And then it's
and then
right
you go
here
to
under
expeditions.
expeditions.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So cabins, whether let's watch the video and then we'll play the rest.
Today it will be a very special day for the ship because we will christen the National Geographic Resolution here in Antarctica in fast ice on a beautiful and very sunny day. And this is a very special moment, of course, for the ship, and I think also for the company it is a milestone, and it will be the first polar vessel that will be christened in Antarctica, parked in fast ice.
Happy day!
So we've been incredibly lucky. We have found this beautiful piece of fast ice. Well, we've been searching this area of the Weddell Sea for the perfect place to christen the perfect ice vessel.
I wish this ship calm winds and fair seas and great adventures. May everyone who sails with her be blessed. I name thee National Geographic Resolution. To be captain of this ship is really special. It's a custom-made ship for polar regions. It has so much capability with this PC5 class to go through the ice, a lot of engine power. We will be able to do things that we have not been able to do before and discover new places that I'm really, really looking forward to.
This toast is to the National Geographic Resolution, to the crew, to future voyages, and all passengers who will travel with her. To National Geographic Resolution!
All right. So cabins, whether windowed or balconied, are inviting places to relax after an active day. The bathrooms are stocked with organic botanic products and beds are adorned in our signature feather duvets with organic cotton covers and cotton sheeting. As for public spaces on board, your clients will undoubtedly find the lounge is the heart of the expedition community. It's where we gather for daily recaps and where the photographers aboard set up their laptops to organize photo files. The bow is another place where guests mingle with staff to scan for wildlife while exploring the seas. A philosophy of health and rejuvenation is woven into shipboard life, and that is most exquisitely experienced in our wellness center. Massage therapy and body treatments, plus face, hand, and foot treatments inspired by the purity of the Antarctic environment, are available by appointment here. Guests have the freedom to schedule a treatment instead of an activity or to unwind after an active day of exploring, and saunas are available for drop-in use at any time. So check all the items below that are accurately described dining aboard one of our ships. No need for a guest to dress up, no assigned seating. Guests can choose the dining room or the casual dining, many tables, and then breakfast, lunch. Okay, all the above, right?
Correct.
Very good. All right, another video. Sorry. All right, next. All right, so exploring Antarctica is one of the most exhilarating adventures on Earth. And going with this, the expedition company that first took travelers there over 50 years ago is simply spectacular. Since 1966, when Lars Erik Lindblad introduced the first tourist to Antarctica, the Lindblad family has operated hundreds of Antarctic expeditions, and this level of expedition and destination expertise ensures that our guests will enjoy the deepest, richest encounters possible. Once in a lifetime encounters, though, only happen when its supreme safety and comfort are assured, and our extraordinary fleet and team more than meet that need. Our polar fleet features top-tier ice-class vessels, purpose-designed and built to venture deep into the ice comfortably and safely, and equipped with state-of-the-art tools to provide unparalleled exploration. Our expedition team has been handpicked for their knowledge of polar natural history, as well as ice skills and engaging personalities. So tap to enlarge the map. So that shows you the map. And then here are some incredible experiences your clients may have on an expedition to Antarctica. So they can observe the antics of penguins and marvels at the sheer volume of their colonies. Zodiac cruise or kayak ice-choked waters while searching for whales and sea leopard seals lounging on the ice. Fall under the spell of sculptural ice, colossal mystical ice forms defying description. Hike a hillside for a spectacular otherworldly view of massive ice sheets. Shoot photos alongside a National Geographic photographer who offers tips on capturing epic moments. Discover the seldom seen polar undersea through an ROV and an undersea specialist who dives to shoot video of this vivid world. Join a ski guide on a snowshoe hike or cross-country ski outing across the frozen sea ice when traveling on our early November expeditions. Be a citizen scientist and help researchers collect data from this remote, difficult-to-reach corner of the world. And uniquely on our Lindblad ship, spend time on the bridge watching the captain and officers navigate while spotting wildlife with the expert, highly observant naturalist. All right. Beginning with the quintessential exploration of the Great White Continent, here's an overview of our expedition itineraries featuring Antarctica and subantarctic islands. So you can voyage to Antarctica for 14 days. It's called on the Endurance and the Resolution. On this 2-week journey, guests will experience the thrill of crunching through the sea ice aboard our fleet of state-of-the-art expedition ships for the opportunity to see scores of penguins, seals, whales, and perhaps the amazing orca. People come for the wildlife, but fall in love with the ice and an entire museum of colossal and mystical ice forms that words simply fail to describe. Armed with flexible itinerary that allows us to go where conditions are best and wildlife is most active, we'll experience all the splendor of Antarctica. Venture into channels and coves framed by towering peaks, watch whales play off the bow, glide around enormous icebergs and zodiacs, and then photograph penguin colonies with the National Geographic photographer, and hike, kayak, and even possibly cross-country ski in complete tranquility. Pre and post voyage extensions are available, so visit our website for details. Tap on the first infographic icon on the right to view the route map. So there it is. So for 2 weeks, they travel and see all that. All right. Oops, don't want that. Nope, I want that. Okay. All right, and then Antarctica, South Georgia, and the Falklands, 24 days. That is on the Explorer, the Endurance, and the Resolution. The voyage has it all: the impossible beauty of the Antarctic ice, the vast king penguin colonies of South Georgia, and the Falklands, amazing albatross colonies. Witnessing a key penguin colony of tens of thousands of individuals stretching as far as the eye can see is truly a bucket list experience. There are lots of other impressive sightings on the journey as well, like massive herds of elephant seals and wandering albatross stretching its 11-foot wings. Plus, travelers will trace the story of a legendary explorer, Sir Ernest Shackleton's fateful journey in 1914 and toast his gravesite in South Georgia. Pre and post voyage extensions are available. Visit our website for details. Tap the second one for the route map. So there you go. So it's 24 days. And then penguin primer. 8 of the world's 17 penguin species live in Antarctica and the sub-Antarctic islands of the Falklands and South Georgia. But you can tell a gentoo from a chin strap. But can you tell a gentoo from a chin strap? The Penguins Primer will prepare you and your clients on the particulars of penguins before their journey. Tap the PDF on the right for a quick guide on how to tell the difference between the 8 penguins apart. All right, so there's the Emperor, the King, Gentoo, Magellanic, Macaroni, Deli, Chinstrap, and Rockhopper. How cute. All right. All right, so be the first to visit the Promote section for more exciting Antarctic itineraries to share with your clients. So at which destination might guests witness massive king penguin colonies as well as the gravesite of the famed explorer Sir Ernest Shackleton? Antarctica, Drake Passage, the Falklands, South Georgia.
South Georgia.
South Georgia, very good. All right. So Antarctica and the wilds of the South America. So this is Antarctica and Patagonia, legendary ice and epic fjords, 20 days on the Explorer or the Resolution. Patagonia and Antarctica, the southernmost realms of the planet, are places of unimaginable beauty. Humpback whales breach and penguins gather by the thousands. Icebergs shimmer and sapphire-hued fjords harbor snow-capped peaks and virgin forests. National Geographic Explorer and the Resolution take travelers on an incredible journey that combines the celebrated wonders of the Antarctic Peninsula, southern Patagonia, and the Chilean fjords, all in a single epic voyage. Follow in the wake of a legendary explorer like Ernest Shackleton and Ferdinand Magellan to encounter otherworldly icescapes and calving glaciers, remote reserves and pristine parks, and the incredible features that thrive at the edge of the world. Pre and post voyage extensions are available, so visit the website for details. Again, here's the map for a 20-day tour expedition. Sounds amazing. All right, wild coasts of Argentina, South Georgia, and the Falklands, 24 days. That's on the Endurance. This new itinerary aboard the Endurance will take guests to the rarely visited shores and isles of the South Atlantic. Places of stunning beauty that harbor a mesmerizing array of marine creatures. It's a unique opportunity to experience Argentina's rugged and lesser explored eastern coast, seeking out secluded ports, wildlife-rich estuaries, and the vibrant waters of the UNESCO World Heritage listed Peninsula Valdez, where our arrival coincides with the height of southern right whale breeding season. Hike the rocky shores and atmospheric moors of the Falkland Islands among fur seals and the world's largest colony of black-browed albatross. And then stand in awe of the sea of black and white king penguins on a remote beach in South Georgia. So you have the pre and post voyage extensions are available. Visit the website for details. Tap the icon for the route map. So again, here you go. San Blas. All right, making a difference. So your science-loving clients can join a National Geographic Bio Blitz on select South Georgia and the Falklands expeditions, defined as a limited amount of time in a defined area while trying to find as many species as possible. It's citizen science at its coolest in one of the planet's most wildlife-rich locations. Guests will work with naturalists to collect and upload data on a sub-Antarctic species. Since these islands get relatively few visitors, these contributions will matter. Be sure to visit the Promote section for more itineraries to share with your clients. Going farther, here's 2 epic expeditions that go farther into remote reaches of Antarctica and explore the lesser-known sub-Antarctic islands around New Zealand and Australia. So you have the epic Antarctica from the peninsula to the Ross Sea and beyond, 35 days on the Endurance. The extreme ice capabilities of National Geographic Endurance allows clients to experience a part of the 7th continent that few have ever or ever will. On this epic adventure, guests will explore remote West Antarctica, where we are sure to set foot on ice no other humans have. They'll witness the prolific wildlife, impressive ice shelf of the Ross Sea region, walk among a colony of hundreds of thousands of king penguins, and be among the few to have shared a beach with endemic royal penguins. By special permit, explore the sub-Antarctic islands of New Zealand and Australia. World Heritage Sites home to thousands of seals and millions of penguins, including huge colonies of king and royal penguins. This is wilderness, wildness, and wildlife at its finest. Portions of which were seen before only by the likes of the legendary explorers Scott, Ross, Amundsen, and Shackleton. The world's largest ice shelf. At 193,363 square miles, that's almost as big as France, the Ross Ice Shelf covers close to half of the Ross Sea and plays an important role in stabilizing the Antarctic ice sheet. Buttressing the ice that is constantly moving over the land surface, the cliffs at its northern front stretch over 400 miles and tower up to 130 feet above the water. But as impressive as it looks from the surface, just like an iceberg, 90% of its mass remains hidden below. Interesting fact, researchers studying this shelf recently discovered it hums when winds whip across the surface. Tap the first icon to check out the amazing ice formations.
This afternoon we are cruising through a whole sea of tabular icebergs. These icebergs are the largest moving objects on Earth, and they're only found here in Antarctica. They're usually about 100 feet above the water and 900 feet below the water, and each one now is like an island, and they're creating these tidal currents that are going between them, as if we had 100 islands around here. But what's amazing is these islands are made out of ice, freshwater ice.
I don't think I understood ice at all before, other than to make something cold. And I understand now how much more important it is to us. I love seeing the crevices in them. I like how quickly they seem to go by, and then there's just a million more waiting to be seen.
Right. All right, pre and post voyage extensions are available. Visit our website for more details. Tap the icon for the route map. So there you go. Southern Odyssey, New Zealand and the Antarctic, 22 days on the Orion. Your clients will discover remarkable vistas, rare wildlife as National Geographic Orion navigates the New Zealand's verdant coastlines from north to south, including the wildly beautiful sub-Antarctic islands where few humans have tread. Traveling among soaring peaks and countless waterfalls of the country's dazzling fjords, ancient rainforests, and pristine beaches, guests will learn about Maori history and culture, tour cosmopolitan cities, and explore wildlife wonderland. An ornithologist's dream, New Zealand boasts 300 species of birds, including the magnificent royal albatross. Below the South Island in the Southern Ocean, the sub-Antarctic islands are teeming with major populations of pelagic seabirds, seals, and millions of penguins, plus rare plants that are found nowhere else in the world. And then again, here's the route. And to promote, go ahead and visit promote to get more itineraries. Okay, our epic Antarctica itinerary voyages from the peninsula to the Ross Sea, home of the Ross Ice Shelf. As the world's largest, this ice shelf is almost as big as France, stretching over how many miles? Anybody remember? I guess we'll look. 193, is that? Yep. 193,363. Nope. How many miles? 193, should I put?
No, it's not 193.
What
I
is
tried
it?
that. I don't know.
Epic voyages from the peninsula. As the world's largest, this ice shelf is almost as big as France, stretching over how many miles?
Is the 400, I think.
Oh, here, stretch over 400 miles. There it go. Very good. All right, check your answer. Correct. All right, so legend, romance, adventure intertwine in the Arctic, born from a mesmerizing landscape of ancient glaciers, volcanic archipelagos, dramatic fjords, and remote native communities. Lindblad has been introducing guests to this majestic wonderland for over 30 years. Following in the footsteps of Vikings and legendary polar explorers, our fully immersive itineraries help your clients to get up and close and personal with this fabled region, stretching across the top of the world, from Norway to Greenland and Iceland to the Russian and Canadian Arctic. With a fleet of 3 top-tiered class vessels spanning across the Arctic and expert expedition teams with decades of experience, guests are assured their trip will not only meet the highest safety and comfort standards, but that it will also foster an appreciation and passion for a region and culture that few have a chance to encounter. So here are some of the incredible experiences your clients will have on the expedition in the Arctic region. They can trace the history of Viking explorers from Iceland to Greenland to the coast of North America. They can venture into Greenland's ice, where few have gone before, witness the iconic polar bear in its native habitat, sail into Norway's towering fjords fringed in green with tiny villages clinging to the cliff sides, see massive ice walls of tumbling glaciers, discover the culture and fire of Iceland, visit the northernmost archipelago in the world, and then meet welcoming locals in remote villages and learn about the ways of life through conversation and cultural exchange. Read on to discover all the ways your clients can explore the land of the midnight sun. So you have Norway and Iceland and Greenland. Norway, Iceland, and Greenland. Norway's fjords and Arctic Svalbard, 17 days. This itinerary follows, this is on the Endurance and the Resolution. This itinerary follows Norway's fjord carved coast from the picturesque town of Bergen past the North Cape to the ice and wilderness of the Svalbard archipelago. Sorry if I mispronounced that. In Nordfjord, the gateway to the glaciers, guests can head on land to walk to a tongue of the large Kjendal Glacier, but cruising at water level provides the best way to experience the steep-walled fjords of Norway's central coast. Zodiac's stream along vertical rock faces, surrounded by cascading waterfalls and quaint Nordic fishing villages, while kayaking allows for serene exploration of secluded inlets and thoughtful observation of seabirds like Atlantic puffins, razorbills, and guillemots. Explore Tromsø and Bear Island on the way to Svalbard in the high Arctic, where polar bears prowl and the walrus haul out on the rocky shores. There's lots of other wildlife to be found here too, including reindeer, Arctic foxes, fur seals, and rookeries, teeming with thousands of birds. That the word is known for its abundance of reindeer, which can be found roaming among massive ice sheets, snow-capped mountains, and deep fjords. Check out the reindeer games by tapping the first icon on the right. Okay. All right, next, pre and post voyage extensions are available. Visit our website for details. So tap the second one for the route, or route route. Would you stop? Okay, and then circumnavigation of Iceland, 11 days. That's on the Explorer and the Resolution. Guests will experience all of Iceland's geological manifestations on this complete circumnavigation of the island. Glaciers, geysers, thundering waterfalls, immense cliffs, geothermal springs, boiling mud pots, and lavascapes of ethereal beauty. The expedition ventures into the beautiful remote west fjords of the Arctic Circle, where guests can spot nesting seabirds, jump on a zodiac to get closer to the fjords and all the secluded inlets. On land, there are opportunities to hike on magnificent and remote stretches of the coast and soak in the what is that? Ubiquitous trees, including the famous Blue Lagoon. Guests will also have the chance to meet Iceland's people and learn about their unique cultural heritage and what contemporary life is like for this small population. Third icon. There you go. Ubiquitous. All right, Greenland, wild shores of the high Arctic, 20 days. That's on the Endurance. So National Geographic Endurance embarks upon this journey to the eastern coast of Greenland for epic ice and wildlife watching among the remote and beautiful islands and fjords of the high Arctic. Greenland's northeastern coast is home to the largest national park in the world, Northeast Greenland National Park, where thousands of icebergs calved from the country's massive ice sheet are found. Wildlife viewing opportunities abound here, including polar bears, musk oxen, Arctic hare, and more. This itinerary also ventures into Norway's spectacular fjords, allowing guests to explore secluded inlets and coves by kayak and zodiac. And there's an opportunity to witness the spectacular northern lights along Greenland and Iceland during these expeditions. We call at the remote Jan Mayen Island, site of the world's northernmost volcano, and visit Iceland's colorful villages to see contemporary life, hike over geologically recent volcanic flows, and soak in the country's iconic hot springs. Pre and post voyage extensions are available. Visit our site for details. And then you have another map that shows the route. And be sure to click promote for more ideas on itineraries for your clients. Svalbard is in the high Arctic is famous for its abundance of reindeer. What other wildlife live here too? Polar bears, walruses, Arctic foxes, fur seals. Polar bears? All of them?
Yeah. All of them.
All of them. Got it. Thank you. All right, land of the ice bears. For many Arctic adventurers, seeing polar bears in the natural habitat is at the top of the bucket list. And there's no better place to find these glorious creatures than the high Arctic archipelago of Svalbard. Profile of the polar bear. Did you know that polar bear fur isn't really white? It's actually clear, but appears white due to some cool optical tricks which serve the purpose of perfect camouflage. And underneath that transparent fur, their skin is black, all the better for soaking up the warmth of the midnight sun. Polar bears are predominantly found in Canada, Alaska, Greenland, Norway, and Russia, with an estimated population of 22,000 to 31,000. They are currently at high risk of extinction in the wild. Polar bears stand 3.5 to 5 feet tall on all fours, and adult males can weigh as much as 1,200 pounds. Their large paws make excellent paddles in the water and are exceptionally delightful to watch ambling around the ice and snow. Take a look at a day of the life of a polar bear tapping the first link. I want a polar bear. All right. Land of the ice bears, an in-depth exploration of Arctic Svalbard, 11 days, and that's on the Endurance and the Resolution. The Svalbard archipelago lies beyond Norway's fjord-fretted coast. a mere 600 miles from the North Pole. It is a magical place of deep fjords, snow-capped mountains, and massive sheets of ice, all glowing under the midnight sun during our season there. The main focus of this itinerary is the search for Svalbard's amazing wildlife, polar bear, reindeer, and walrus. And over the past 30 plus years, our ace spotters have given our guests multiple opportunities to experience close sightings. Zodiac cruises bring about exciting face-to-break encounters like sailing up to rock wall rookeries teeming with thousands of birds or cruising near a cloud of feeding Arctic terns. Kayaking among beautiful icebergs while quietly observing wildlife or even fields of wildflowers instills a serenity deep within. The islands of the archipelago themselves are ideal for walking, with some hikes revealing unique sculptural arrangements of whale bones on pebbled beaches and the ghostly remains of the trappers' huts. Grey Anatomy's actress Kate Walsh traveled with Lindblad on the 2019 Land of the Ice Bears voyage. Tap the second icon on the right to see the wholeheartedly dove into the polar experience.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Thank you.
Hey there, I'm Kate Walsh, and I am broadcasting to you from the Arctic. I grew up by the ocean in California, so nature and conservation has always been kind of part of my life and important to me. And I'd done some work with Nat Geo, but I really wanted to be more involved with oceans, and particularly ocean cleanup and conservation. And for me, I guess part of it is that activism now is so much more in the zeitgeist than it has been. There's a new wave of it happening now, which is really cool to see. It feels worldwide and very positive. So amidst climate challenges and very real dangers that threaten us as a species and everything else on this planet, I think it's an excellent time and an exciting time for everyone to become active in coming up with ways to really deal with climate change. And being on this trip has been incredible because the staff's really wonderful. Everyone is so kind and lovely and cares so deeply and really leans in to make the experience so educational. And it's not just stopping and looking at things. It feels very intimate, personal, positive, and informative. And I've learned so much. Beyond that, the experience here has been mind-blowing. Just to be out and be amongst the bird species, the flora and fauna, the simplicity and starkness of the landscape, the vastness of it, and as epic and massive as it is, it's also incredibly delicate and fragile. And it does need to be tended and looked after. You really get that here. Travel is so in vogue right now. Everyone is traveling. And there's a real interest in experience as opposed to stuff. And I really would love to incorporate social consciousness and conservation into travel. After being here, it makes me want to do everything that I can to help keep it alive. So this has inspired me to keep looking for those great, marvelous ideas and solutions and encouraging others to do the same.
Okay, and tap the route map. So that's this. There you go. And click on promote for more itineraries. All right, the epic northern passages. So intrepid travelers who wish to explore the Arctic in an epic way will find two in-depth itineraries exploring the legendary Northwest and Northeast passages. So the Northwest Passage, Greenland, Alaska, 22 days on the Resolution. The newest member of our fleet. The Resolution is another supremely crafted vessel on which to discover the ethereal icescapes of the Northwest Passage. Given its high ice rating, Polar Class 5, and its patented expo, the ship is able to easily and safely penetrate the ice, allowing guests to fully explore this untouched region and encounter rare wildlife, hardy cultures, and glorious creations of ice and rock. Epic experiences venture into the fabled Northwest Passage and learn dramatic stories of explorers and adventurers who sought this magnificent icy frontier. Glide between soaring icebergs at the mouth of the Greenland's the Lusitz Ice Fjord, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Visit Canada's Pond Inlet, a small Inuit community known for soapstone carvings. Observe polar bears, walruses, ringed seals, belugas, and bowhead whales. Meander through the remains of historic dwellings on Herschel Island, once a booming whaling center. Tap the icon for a view of the route. There you go. Boom, boom, boom. And then you have the Northeast Passage, Unforgettable Voyage from Norway to Alaska, 26 days on the Endurance. Note this expedition has been paused until Russia-Ukraine situation is resolved. So this journey between Norway and Alaska is only possible due to the extreme ice capabilities of the National Geographic Endurance and our ice master captains. Explorers will discover remote Siberian shores and far northern archipelagos known to few, including Franz Josef Land, New Siberian Islands, and Wrangel Island. Epic experiences, so explore Franz Josef Land, just 550 miles from the North Pole and under vast ice sheets for much of the year, to search for polar bears, walruses, Arctic seabird colonies, and narwhals. See the stunning glaciated coastline of Novoya Zemlya, where Dutch explorer Willem Barents overwintered in 1596, a region that has yet to be thoroughly explored. Sail under 24 hours of daylight searching for beluga whales and other marine mammals that inhabit the shallow coastal waters bordering the Severnaya Zemlya archipelago. Visit Wrangel Island, the World Heritage Site known for the world's largest population of Pacific walruses and the highest density of the ancestral polar bear dens on Earth. Pre- and post voyages are available. Visit the website, tap the icon for the map, and promote. Okay, so you can do that. All right, true or false? The polar bear's fur is transparent and its skin is black. That is true.
True.
All right, going farther, here's two exciting expeditions that push the boundaries of the traditional Arctic voyage, exploring lesser known areas like Franz Josef Land in the Russian Arctic and the northeasternmost reaches of Asia. So exploring the Russian Arctic Franz Josef Land, 24 days on the Endurance. Again, this has been paused until Russia-Ukraine situation is resolved. Only the most intrepid explorers have undertaken this thrilling voyage to the Russian high Arctic and the Kara Sea, where isolated isles and ice-fringed waters harbor dazzling wildlife. The Polar Class 5 National Geographic Endurance charts its course from the fjord-laced coast of northern Norway to the historic port of Murmansk, Russia, to remote Arctic archipelagos. Sailing aboard our new state-of-the-art polar ship to the northern reaches of the planet, we ply the icy waters of the Kara Sea, only navigable for a few months of the year. We'll seek out thriving wildlife, including polar bears, whales, walruses, and seabird colonies, and the clients can set foot on the world's northernmost archipelago, Franz Josef Land. Guests can explore along the sandy shores of Ostrov Isanchoko, part of Russia's Great Arctic State Nature Reserve, learn about indigenous culture in Murmansk, and take a guided tour of the world's first nuclear-powered icebreaker on this voyage where few have gone before. Pre and post are available. Visit the website, view the map, and then you have along the Ring of Fire, Kamchatka, Kuril Islands, and Hokkaido. 25 days on the Resolution. Again, it's on pause. Clients will discover the wild northeasternmost reaches of the Asian continent on the epic journey through one of the most geologically active regions of our planet. Setting sail from Alaska aboard the National Geographic Resolution, we cross the fabled Bering Strait to explore the unspoiled shores of Russia's Chukotka and Kamchatka peninsulas. We navigate the Commander Islands, a UNESCO biosphere reserve harboring fascinating wildlife of both Asian and North American origin, and continue south to the remote Kuril Archipelago, a pristine wonderland of volcanic geology, indigenous cultural sites, and diverse flora and fauna. This itinerary is a hiker's delight with stunning treks amid the enchanting lakes and forests of the northern Japan's national parks. through breathtaking fjords and valleys and along tundra-covered volcanic slopes of the mostly uninhabited Kuril Islands. A profusion of rare wildlife is waiting to be discovered, including the whiskered auklets, northern fur seals, Pacific walrus, sea otters, brown bears, stellar sea eagles, and perhaps even the sacred red-crowned crane. Again, promote or the route map, you can see, come here. Come here, Timon. Great job completing the polar regions. You're sailing through the Expedition 360. You've already had some potential clients in mind. You learn more about the extraordinary expeditions and experiences we provide around the world. Journey continues next to Americas and Asia Pacific. Remember, with each chapter, you can go to the retain and catch that. All right, so we're going to learn about the Americas and the Asian Pacific now. So, and I got to hurry because I got another meeting at noon, so I hope I can get through these. National Geographic Lindblad Expeditions brings everything your clients have ever dreamed about Alaska to brilliant light. An expedition to the 49th state will heighten every sense of the curious traveler. They'll hear the thunderous crack of the calving glaciers sail alongside pods of orcas as their heartbeats quicken. Sea-breaching humpbacks and soaring eagles feel the stillness in the verdant old-growth rainforest. Calm the mind by kayaking peaceful coves and coastlines. They'll explore a land where towering mountains rise from the sea and colossal glaciers carve the living landscape. A magical place where coastal brown bears lumber through streams fishing for spawning salmon. And the sea is in constant motion when feeding the whales and playful otters. Did you know we are the only company with the undersea specialist in Alaska? That means our guests get the most in-depth view of all the wonders in Alaska waters.
The wind is coming from us towards them. And she's smelling us right now. She knows we're here. Before you saw these bears, you might have had a different perception. And I don't know if it changes for you, but I've seen people that are afraid of bears, and then they come to these places and they share the stream with the bears. And I think we gain a little bit of respect for these animals. And I hope you felt that, because it's really amazing to be able to experience this.
All right, so since 1981, we've been taking travelers into Southeast Alaska's wildest corners where the large cruise ships can't go, discovering rugged, roadless places to give guests an authentic experience on America's final frontier. In the over 40 years we've been exploring Alaska and its coastline, we've created the richest, most intimate experience possible. American flagged the National Geographic Quest, the Venture, the Seabird, and the Sea Lion are idea for discovering domestic waters and can remain in Alaska for the entire season. Here are some ways your clients can embark upon their own Alaska adventure. So you have 8 days in the Alaska Inside Passage on the Quest or the Venture, hike through lush forests and muskegs, kayak into secluded inlets, and cruise by Zodiac among electric blue icebergs and curious wildlife. By special permit, spend a full day exploring Glacier Bay National Park and Reserve. If scheduled permit, our conservation partners from Alaska Whale Foundation will come aboard to meet with us and speak about the local whale population. Discover Alaska's seldom seen vibrant marine life revealed by our undersea specialists. Hike and kayak in the wild, remote areas of Tongass National Forest by special permit. You can see the route map. You also have the Great Bear Rainforest, 8 days on the Venture. Kayak deep into the verdant fjords, hike in search of mountain goats, cougars, and grizzly bears, as well as subspecies and genetically unique population like the coastal gray wolves. Cruise by Zodiac in protected waters in search of orcas, sea lions, sea otters, and more. Experience the silence as you stand among the towering monumental cedars and witness a surprisingly colorful undersea through video shot by an undersea specialist. So you can see the route map and then 40 reasons to explore Alaska.
Alaska is one of the special places in the world.
Pretty cool, man. This is something. Yeah.
Yay. All right, next. We are the only company to offer what in Alaska? Zodiacs, undersea specialists, glacier, bay, and forest hikes.
Undersea.
All of them.
Oh, not all of them. It's only one.
Undersea.
Yeah, undersea. All right, very good. All right, next. Pacific Northwest. Look how beautiful that is. All right, so the Northwest adventures continue with explorations of the bountiful, beautiful Pacific Northwest. Guests on our Pacific Northwest expeditions are in for a treat. Not only is the area ripe with culinary delights, but it also provides a tantalizing illustration of natural and human history. The ambiance on board generates a community camaraderie as guests gather to share local wines in the lounge or linger on the ship's bow to fully soak in the views. Each day is capped off with an incredible menu of fresh delights such as salmon straight from local waters and foraged wild mushrooms packed within 50 miles. These two itineraries offer the perfect taste of the Pacific Northwest. So you have Columbia and Snake River, food, wine, and history, 8 days on either the sea lion or the sea bird. Indulge in gourmet menus guided by the rhythms of the season, featuring sustainable ingredients sourced exclusively within 20 miles of our route. Witness the region's geological wonders from the Columbia River Gorge to Multnomah Falls and Beacon Rock. Explore up close and at water level while hiking, kayaking, or Zodiac cruising. Taste more than 40 of the region's best wine sampling bottles personally selected by Food and Wine Magazine's executive wine editor Ray Isle. Explore places brimming with history and local charm, from the museums and the vineyards of Walla Walla to historic Cape Disappointment and the offbeat seaside town of Astoria. Savor spectacular backdrops, enjoying canapes and cocktails as you transit towering locks by moonlight. Taste local wines at a private museum gathering, and more. Voyage alongside a team of experts with deep knowledge of the Pacific Northwest history and geology. as well as food and wine expert to guide you through the region's various terriers. You see the route map. British Columbia and San Juan Islands, 8 days on the venture. Sail among the more remote San Juan Islands to kayak or hike where seals, sea lions, river otters, bald eagles, and killer whales congregate. Go through Desolation Sound on the north end of British Columbia's Sunshine Coast, a mecca for kayakers with its calm, sheltered waters and outstanding natural beauty. In Alert Bay, visit the Umesta Cultural Center to see a stunning collection of potlatch masks created by the Kawa people in charming Victoria. Tour private gardens and take a bike ride. Enjoy private evening event at the Robert Bateman Center. All right, Baja California is a stunning study in contrast where the living sea meets the arid desert, and few structures or communities mar its pristine environment. This is a place Jacques Cousteau dubbed the world's aquarium. It's a place where forests of giant cacti line hillside and rare endemic animals thrive. A place where the sea comes alive with gigantic pods of dolphins and vast varieties of whales and marine mammals. We've seen sailing these waters for decades, expertly mapping out the areas where whales return each season to rear their young and the spots where playful sea lions leap off the rocks to swim with snorkelers. Here's a sample of expeditions of the East Coast Wonder. So Baja California, among the great whales, 8 days on the venture. See California gray whales and their newborn calves up close in lagoons, witness breaching humpbacks from the bow of the ship. Hike desert islands, sculpted sand dunes, and see a variety of wildlife in the Sea of Cortez. Snorkel amidst the vibrant sea life in pristine coral reefs of Cabo del Pomo National Marine Park, a conservation success story. Conditions permitting, swim with playful sea lions at Los Aslotes. Get steeped in culture by walking the quaint maze of the streets and sun-drenched promenades in lively La Paz. There's the route map if you want to look at it. Now you have Baja California Remarkable Journey, which is 15 days on the venture. Get up close with views of gray whale mothers and their growing calves as they prepare for their journey back to Arctic feeding grounds. Kayak clear blue waters to search for wildlife, including magnificent frigate birds, and investigate the intricacies of the shoreline. With more time for adventure, rely on your expedition leaders to take you where wildlife will be at its best, including the remote oceanic island of San Pedro Martir, with clouds of nesting seabirds and crowds of sea lions on shore, and expanses of sea where huge pods of dolphins gather. Again, you can check out the map. Check all the experiences guests can have on the Baja expeditions. Gray whale with White Desert Island. All the above? We'll try it. Yep, all the above. How cute. All right, Galapagos. Since Lars Erik Lindblad led the very first international tourist expedition cruise to the Galapagos Islands in July of 1967, almost 60 years ago, we've introduced generations of guests to these magical, mystifying islands. The world's first UNESCO World Heritage Site. National Geographic Lindblad expeditions offer itineraries year-round to Galapagos on National Geographic Endeavor 2, National Islander 2, And beginning in spring of 2025, the Gemini and the Delfina. The Galapagos Islands, one of the world's most isolated oceanic archipelagos, are located 600 miles away from the Ecuadorian coastline, the closest landmass. Sheltered from civilization, Galapagos has evolved into a spectacular world that's been studied and celebrated since the days of Charles Darwin. The archipelago is 97% natural park, and all but 4 of the islands are uninhabited. No people, just strange and beautiful creatures roaming free in this untouched wild habitat. So exploring Galapagos in 10 days, experiencing the Galapagos Islands on an expedition is an unrivaled experience. Our diverse fleet of 4 exceptional vessels offering a full spectrum of travel options for our guests. Whether your clients want to voyage solo or with family or charter an entire ship for a private experience. Expedition highlights, so experience all the endless magic of the Galapagos diverse habitats, from lush green highlands to stark volcanic landscapes, pristine beaches to mangrove thickets, and from arid terrain to black lava beaches adorned with emerald seagrasses. Encounter abundant wildlife, blue-footed boobies, flightless cormorants, Darwin's finches, pink flamingos, and giant tortoises, and much more. Snorkel almost every day and sometimes twice a day. Kayak, stand-up paddleboard, Zodiac, or take a glass-bottom boat to explore the rich waters surrounding the islands. Advanced divers with experience in adrift diving, cold water, and strong currents may dive on select departures, and they can expect to see abundant and exceptional diverse marine life and fascinating underwater volcanic topography. Pre-voyage extension, we offer exclusive National Geographic photography expeditions on select exploring Galapagos departures. Guests can add an optional pre-voyage extension, Ecuador's Amazon Yasuni Wildlife Photo Extension to the voyage, featuring National Geographic photography experts. Visit Galapagos Islands Expedition Cruises, Lindblad Expeditions for more information. And then you can check out the route map. Make it back to back. Add on our 7-night Amazon expedition aboard the Delphin 2 and make a truly extraordinary 17-day expedition back-to-back savings. Where experience comes full circle. So National Geographic Lindblad Expeditions and our guests continue to make a profound difference in Galapagos with the programs like these. Travelers contribute to the Lex NG Fund in Galapagos, currently support our regional partners, Charles Darwin Foundation, Galapagos National Park, Victoria Island Conservation, and the Scalicia Foundation. In their efforts to research and conserve the unique wildlife of the islands and promote education in the region, guest donations also support the National Geographic Society's early career grants, which promote future leaders with novel and exploratory projects in areas such as conservation, education, and research. And then the Lex NG Artists and Funds programs in the Galapagos help alleviate an environmental burden while economically supporting artists and communities by helping them turn bulky waste products into objects of beauty and utility. Lars Erik Lindblad led the very first international tourist expedition cruise to the Galapagos Island in what year?
1967.
Very good. Yep. All right. How about Central America? The legendary wildness of Costa Rica, Panama, and Colombia, with its amazing vibrancy and diversity, may be the first attraction to this enticing region. But witnessing one of the world's greatest feats of engineering makes an expedition here a truly singular experience. Guests aboard our Costa Rica, Panama, and Colombia journeys will be active explorers of this lush and verdant region. With abundant opportunities to hike, paddleboard, kayak, snorkel, and zipline, they'll land at remote beaches by Zodiac to find exotic birds and explore some of the most biodiverse regions on Earth, to see endemic species thriving among intriguing modern cultures. Crossing the Panama Canal and watching the workings of the locks of one of our open-air decks will leave them in awe. All right, let's watch the quick video. So Costa Rica and the Panama Canal, 8 days on the quest. Venture into remote, wilderness, hike among monkeys, sloths, and tropical birds, and explore far from uninhabited places. Transit the Panama Canal over 2 days to see it by day and in the coolness of night. Plus an exclusive stop at the Smithsonian Research Institute on Barrow, Colorado Island. Discover the wild rainforest of Corcovado National Park, which National Geographic dubbed the most biologically intense place on Earth. Explore idyllic islands, snorkel over a vibrant coral reef, and take a zodiac cruise on up a wild river. Tap the icon to view the map. You also have Panama and Colombia exploring the Caribbean coast, 8 days on the quest. In addition to traversing the Panama Canal above, visit the palm-shaded Panamanian archipelago of Gunayala, formerly known as San Blas Islands. That's wonderful. I've been there. An autonomous province that is home to the indigenous Guna people and get immersed in local culture. Discover the coastal treasures, remote wilderness of Colombia, exploring vibrant villages, pristine beaches, and wildlife-rich jungles. Explore the Colombia's rainforest, among the most biodiverse on Earth, with almost 1,900 bird species and an astonishing list of approximately 450 mammals. And then you can check out the map above, and that's just the picture. All right, South America. The Amazon holds undeniably allure for intrepid travelers. A few journeys compare to sailing the river's inky waters aboard the extraordinary Delphin II. A thick canopy of green stretches overhead, while wild birds calls fill the air and branches shake to reveal a troop of clamoring monkeys. These are the sights and sounds guests experience as we navigate the changing water levels and tributaries along the Amazon River. With nimble, custom-made skiffs, we explore this flooded forest and its spectacular wildlife. You can do the Upper Amazon, a river expedition on the Delphin II for 10 days. Explore the seasonally flooded forest of Pacaya Samaria National Reserve at the headwaters of the Amazon with a team of experienced naturalists. See elusive, iconic Amazon wildlife like pink river dolphins, saki monkeys, piranhas, and scarlet macaws. Meet the welcoming ribereños, natives of the reserve, and learn about their ways of life along the river. All right, how about exploring Peru, Machu Picchu? In 1911, American explorer Hiram Bingham discovered the stone terraces of Machu Picchu in an expedition sponsored by Yale University and the National Geographic Society. Today, National Geographic Lindblad Expeditions is proud to offer an 8-day land expedition to one of the world's most amazing archaeological finds. Expedition highlights. So stay at the historic 31-room Bellman Sanctuary Lodge, just steps from Machu Picchu, to explore the site over 2 days. Linger in Machu Picchu long after day trippers have left as the sun begins to set. And then discover Cusco's array of cultural influences and explore the sacred valley of the Inca with a National Geographic expert. Explore the massive Inca stone fortress of Ollantaytambo. Lexpert tip. The land expedition is offered along with the wildly popular Exploring Galapagos itinerary for 16 days of sweeping adventure exploring 2 icons of South American wilderness and culture. Adding which itinerary to Exploring Peru, Land of the Inca, will create a 16-day sweeping adventure exploring 2 icon South America wilderness cultures. Upper Amazon aboard, Galapagos, or Panama and Colombia. The Galapagos. Yep, Galapagos. All right, Patagonia. So Lars Erik Lindblad led the first travelers to this mystical region in 1967. We've been pioneering expedition-style travel here ever since. Patagonia spans an entire southern tip of South America, encompassing massive snow-covered Andean peaks, steppes, fjords, glaciers, forests, rivers, lakes, and valleys, as well as an incredibly interesting range of wildlife. An expedition to Patagonia is a journey into a raw and mysterious wilderness that few will ever experience. Here are 3 itineraries featuring the wild beauty of Patagonia. Patagonia, Chilean fjords, and Argentina's Staten Island, 12 days, is on the Resolution and the Explorer. A venture through wildlife reserves not easily accessible to the public, including Carinca Natural Park in Tierra del Fuego, kayak and zodiac cruise, the breathtaking Chilean fjords that are only accessible by expedition ship. See massive glaciers, dramatic fjords, soaring snow-covered peaks, and spot melagenic penguins, Andean condors, and more. Transit the legendary Beagle Channel and take in the view of Cape Horn. And then by special permission, be one of the first few people to ever explore Isla de los Estados, Staten Island, located at the extreme end of South America. So for clients wanting to embark on a deeper exploration of Patagonia, the 16-day Best of Chilean Patagonia Fjords Glacier and Torres del Paine itinerary ventures inland to explore the wildlife-rich, iconic landscapes of Torres del Paine National Park. Southern Patagonia Glaciers, Fjord, and Wildlife, 19 days on the Endurance. In addition to visiting Torres del Paine National Park, the private reserve of Carinca, Cape Horn, and the remote Isla de los Estados, this 19-day adventure also features these expedition highlights: glide into Patagonia's Glacier Alley to explore stunning glaciers, including the Garibaldi Glacier over 2 days, and navigate among floating icebergs by zodiac and kayak. Spend a day at the Francisco Colon Marine Park, where humpback whales and Andean condor and dolphins gather. And then you can go to Japan. Earliest explorers to Shogun fans and beyond, Western travelers have long known that the island nature of the Japan is best explored by sea. Japan is imbued with an allure of that has inspired centuries, and now for the first time ever, we're venturing to the fascinating region. Guests will roam shores brimming with temples, tea houses, and ancient traditions. Discover a seldom seen wild site on tropical islands with the Zur waters, meet verdant forests, plus get a taste of Taiwan and Korea too. Here's an overview of the Japan itinerary, 16 days on the Resolution. It's the imperial dynasties and modern culture. You'll delve into the history of the samurai and their feudal lords while visiting castles and samurai districts in Kanazawa, Matsu, and Uwajimi. Explore the rich cultural legacy of Korea's Silla dynasty among the incredible ancient ruins of Gyeonggi, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Get inspired on the art-filled island of Naoshima and visit museums and studios dedicated to artists and traditional handicrafts in Matsu and in Takamatsu. Meander through 3 unique Japanese gardens that are considered some of the most beautiful in the country. Did you know Made up of nearly 7,000 islands, Japan may be one of the most underrated snorkel spots in the world. Tip, guests can explore Japan as part of our new comprehensive expedition, Alaska to Japan, Ring of Fire to Anu Culture. This 20-day expedition follows the Pacific's Ring of Fire from Alaska's volcanic Aleutian Islands to the rugged island of the Hokkaido, Japan, capping off the voyage with 2 days in Tokyo. Which South American itineraries feature visits to wildlife-rich iconic landscapes of Torres del Paine National Park? Patagonia, Chilean Patagonian, Southern Patagonian, Alaska to Japan. Hey guys, need help on this one.
Chilean.
The
Chilean Patagonia?
Is that the only one? Anybody know?
Alaska to Japan, Ring of Fire.
Not right. Anybody else? Come on, there's 8 of you.
Patagonian, Chilean fjords. No. Southern Patagonia glaciers, fjords, and wildlife.
Having trouble, reread on the previous page and try again. All right. So you've got Alaska to Japan, the Ring of Fire, the Aleutian, Tokyo. Okay, what do you guys think? Just that one? No.
Where's the Torres de Paine National Park?
Are you asking me?
This Chilean. Southern Patagonia.
Okay, so which one is it? The tours, iconic landscapes of Tours del Paine. Itineraries feature visits to the wildlife. Sorry guys, I gotta get ready.
It's the Chilean. It's the Chilean Patagonia, the middle one, the fjords, and then the southern Patagonia glaciers.
Thank you. Yay. All right. Indonesia,
took me 3
New
tries.
Zealand.
Sorry.
Huh?
I laughed and said it took me 3 tries.
Indonesian and New Zealand, fascinating island nations teeming with incredible wildlife and imbued with welcoming people, culture, and tradition. Indonesia, on 2 exotic adventures to Indonesia, we venture along the wild coast to learn about the European history of trading and how the wars of far-flung nations were fought over these islands. Guests can spend time relaxing on pristine beaches, exploring the vibrant undersea, witnessing some of the planet's most unique bird species, the jewels of the Java Sea, and exploration between Bali and Singapore. Expedition sails aboard National Geographic Orion for 12 days. Highlights on this adventure include a visit to the massive Borobudur Temple, the largest Buddhist temple in the world, and a UNESCO World Heritage Site, as well as an exploration of the jungles of West Bali Barat National Park and Manjanjan Island, where lucky guests will see the colorful Javan banded pita, the Bali mina, and the native barking deer. National Geographic Orion takes guests on a 21-day exploring Indonesia, Bali, Raja Ampat, and Papua New Guinea. Expedition to discover Indonesia's vibrant cultures and treasures under the sea. A thrilling highlight of this itinerary is a visit to Komodo National Park, the only place on Earth where the legendary Komodo dragon can be observed on its own turf. These unique prehistoric creatures can reach 9 feet, and guests can also experience one of the richest marine regions in the world, the incredible Raja Ampat. Make it back-to-back, book 2 itineraries together for a truly extraordinary 34-day expedition, back-to-back savings. New Zealand is defined by its dramatic peaks, scenic fjords, white sand beaches, the last country to be inhabited by humans. New Zealand's pristine landscapes impress with endemic flora and fauna, add Maori culture, and cities known for their quality of life, celebrated wines and gastronomy, and it's easy to understand the country's long-standing appeal. Guests embarking on the routes of the Pacific, exploring New Zealand and Melanesia itinerary will spend 18 days aboard National Geographic Orion to discover an impressive diversity of cultures from the Maori of the Bay of Islands to the spear dancers of the Solomons. Highlights include a visit to the former penal colony of Norfolk Island, now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and its important World War II locations, including the wreck of the SS President Coolidge and the Battle of Guadalcanal. New Zealand is the gateway to an exploration of the remote subantarctic islands of the Southern Odyssey, New Zealand, and Subantarctic Islands Expedition. 22-day journey on board National Geographic Orion. We delve into the culture and natural treasures of the North and South Islands before visiting the subantarctic islands, which remain almost completely protected from human activity and are home to a diverse collection of endemic plant and animal species. Use the promote to get other itineraries. With a 21-day expedition, which 21-day expedition will give wildlife lovers a chance to visit Komodo National Park, the only place on Earth where the legendary Komodo dragon can be observed on its own turf.
Exploring Indonesia.
What is it?
The second one, that one.
Okay, thank you. Wonderful. All right, and then the Pacific Islands, verdant mountains, volcanic peaks rising from azure-colored waters, the sultry perfume of the tarari Tahiti flower, secluded atolls with glistening white sand untouched by footprints. These are the romantic notions of French Polynesia and South Pacific, alluring images of a tropical paradise first seen by legendary European explorers. We've been following the wake of the original explorers of the Pearl of the Pacific since the 1980s, and on our own journey to unlock the mysteries of this enticing region and create special moments and forever memories. Guests will snorkel over vibrant reefs, multicolored galaxies of corals teeming with tropical fish, hike rainforest trails in search of seldom seen endemic wildlife, and meet the welcoming people who live in these remote islands and learn about how their way of life is changing. Here's a brief overview of 8 alluring expeditions in the romantic Pacific Island, with itineraries ranging from 12 days to the ultimate Pacific adventure lasting 29 days. For more details, click on the Promote section for shareable itineraries and brochures.
Easter Island is very significant. The evolution of the elongated, gigantic structures took place right here in their isolation. It's the most isolated, inhabitable place on Earth.
It's like being in the pages of National Geographic.
This is a major seabird nesting island.
We made it ashore on Pitcairn Island. And of course, we've all seen the movies and read the books. I mean, it almost sends shivers up your spine to think this is Pitcairn Island.
I'd say everyone should come here, but then I say no, don't.
The town, the people, the lagoon, this has been an awesome visit.
This is Tahanea Atoll. It's uninhabited. This is what we're all about.
From beautiful island communities to incredible remote atolls, it's going to be a fantastic trip ahead of us.
Who knows what you're going to find? It's an adventure every day.
All right. Pearls of the Pacific, exploring the Society and Tuamotu Islands on the Orion is 12 days. See iconic, awe-inspiring landscapes like Bora Bora's verdant Mount Atumanu, jutting 2,400 feet above turquoise waters, and Makatia's steep cliffs that drop straight to deserted beaches. You have the Polynesian Turkish Marcus Island, 12 days on the Orion. Experience the world's largest marine mammal sanctuary, where 20 species of whales and dolphins include resident spinner dolphins, nomad sperm whales, and migrating humpback whales. You have Fiji and beyond, exploring the rites and relics of the Pacific, which is 15 days on the Orion. Take a local canoe ride up the crystal clear river to the spectacular Fiji and Montevulu Blue Hole Grotto on Vanuatu's Espiritu Santo Island. Fiji and Tahiti adventure, vibrant reefs and cultural history, 17 days on the Orion. Spot rare colorful birds, flowers on Fiji's spectacular Garden Island and in the rainforests of Samoa. Make it back to back. Many of these itineraries can be combined to provide ultimate Pacific Island adventure with back-to-back savings. Check expeditions.com for more details. Congratulations on completing the 360. Now I hope your potential clients will see the amazing expeditions, and then you can use the retain to get the information. And special interest. Last one. So expeditions for a variety of interests. Thank you for staying the course to complete your Expedition 360 Circle. In this last chapter, we'll explore the many special interest themes and niche markets that make a National Geographic Lindblad expedition journey a truly unique and profound experience. You'll learn about our engaging and fun family expeditions like the National Geographic Global Explorers and zoom in on the unrivaled and ultra inspiring expedition photography program. For clients with a passion to explore but limited time to do so, you'll find our shorter expeditions the perfect solution. These 5 to 10 day itineraries offer the same exhilarating experiences as our classic expeditions, just with a shorter timeline. Lastly, we'll explore options for solo travelers, affinity groups, charter businesses, so you can plan a National Geographic expedition experience for your clients, however they like to travel. Where it comes full circle, one of the main reasons guests love to travel with us is for our talented field staff, special guest speakers on board. You will find a variety of voyages, impressive individuals such as National Geographic experts, scientists, authors, musicians, adventurers, historians. People are engaging speakers and travel companions that are relevant not only to the geographical area and expedition itinerary, but also to the spirit of Lindblad. Let's begin the journey. So National Geographic Global Explorers Family Expeditions. The National Geographic Explorers program offers an exclusive family-friendly experience that's smart fun for kids and teens. Developed in conjunction with National Geographic Education, this unique program helps kids and teens under 18 get more out of exploring and have fun too. On every Galapagos, Alaska, Baja California, and on voyage to Antarctica expeditions, kids and teens choose cool activities from earning a Zodiac driver license to recording wildlife sightings in their field notebook. Each activity is designed to help them see and do more. National Geographic certified field educators lead the way. Kids will learn from onboard naturalists who are specially trained as National Geographic field educators. They optimize daily in the field activities to prompt kids to watch out for a particular item, like a creature with scales or a giant coral head on land. Then record their observation in their field notebook. Kids also take part in a variety of fun activities like snorkeling with sea lions in Galapagos and Baja California, identifying whale flukes in Alaska, or kayaking with penguins in Antarctica. Parents and grandparents enjoy seeing kids connecting with nature and learning in new ways, and invariably learn something new too. Kids use their creativity to tell stories about the unique things they see and do through photos, videos, music, and drawing. It helps develop their observation skills, and they go home with new skills, knowledge, and confidence. Tap the one on the right to read more about the day in life of the Global Explorer. All right, so I'm not going to read through this, but if you guys want to read through that. All right, and share this flyer with your family clients on the promote channel. On the next page, we'll explore 4 destinations for the Explorers program. The National Geographic Global Explorer Family Program offers smart fun to kids and teens under the age of 18, right? All right, so you have Antarctica. National Geographic Global Explorers on voyage to Antarctica expeditions learn the coolest facts about this very cool part of the world, from penguin behaviors to why whales migrate. Oops, hold on one sec, sorry. Hello? Hey. Training? That's okay. Yeah, I'm trying to finish up, so I may be a little, but okay. Okay, love you. Thanks. Bye. Sorry, guys.
Marnie, I think I'm lost. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
Are you on 219?
419.
Oh, I missed 2 of them.
Okay. Just catch up. All right. So the
It
national.
won't let me go to the next one.
You probably have to play the video or something. Make sure you hit all the things.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. All right, National Geographic Explorers learn the coolest facts about this very cool part of the world, from penguin behaviors to why whales migrate to how glaciers work. So the Explorer highlights each year humpback migrate thousands of miles from their breeding areas near the equator to Antarctica to feed. Kids will plot their travels to help them understand why they do it and where they go. Young guests will build a glacier out of ice cream and discover how glaciers form. Amateur scientists will drop a net over the side of a zodiac to collect plankton, the microscopic organisms that are the foundation for all marine life. Kids will make naturalist observations of penguin colony chaos and learn what all these sounds and actions mean. Antarctica is the ultimate family vacation for bonding, adventure, and bragging rights. Tap the video on the right to see the fun National Geographic Explorers will have in the Antarctic.
We've just launched the Global Explorers program in Antarctica. It's its inaugural season, and we couldn't be more excited about it.
This is one of the most empowering, impactful experiences that your young traveler is going to have in their life. The classroom can't compare to wild Antarctica.
We're going to do something that the adults don't get to do. We're going to do some science.
Now. I remember like reading about it in 2nd grade and being like, oh, that's such a mysterious place. And thinking like only the experts go there, but I was definitely wrong.
Travel, it just makes you see what's out there and makes you care for it, which makes you want to help and protect.
All right. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so Alaska. Families get the richest whale experience in Alaska through our relationship with the Alaska Whale Foundation, as well as our 40 years of experience in locating whales and positioning guests for the best viewing possible. Our exclusive National Geographic Global Explorers program is the only one of its kind in Alaska travel. Learn about the glaciers, whales, birds, and bald eagles, and note observations in a field notebook. Collect plankton and check it out under a microscope. Meet the National Geographic Lindblad Expedition certified photo instructor for tips on how to create time-lapse or slow-motion videos. And learn how to drive a Zodiac and get a license. Baja California. Kids are sure to be awed by the magic of Baja California. Whether they're eye level with whales, sliding down a sand dune, or gazing into a dark, starry sky, they'll walk away from the voyage with a sense of wonder about the natural world. Explore highlights. Come here. Timon, come here. Sorry, guys. There, go outside. All right. Explore highlights. Get close to the wildlife while exploring and snorkeling with playful sea lions or aboard a Zodiac cruising among whales or leaping dolphins. Learn about the whales, dolphins, currents, and geology, and make observations in a field notebook. Collect plankton, check it out under the microscope, learn how to drive a Zodiac, and get a license. Galapagos, bring a kid in. The Galapagos is a lot of fun, from Zodiac driving lessons to field observations. The National Geographic Global Explorers program offers activities designed to help kids make the most of their Galapagos expedition. The highlights: learn about local wildlife, sea lions, birds, iguanas, Galapagos tortoise, and make observations in a field notebook. Snorkel almost every day and sometimes twice a day in waters incredibly rich in marine life. Meet the National Geographic Lindblad Expedition certified photo instructor for tips on how to create time-lapse or slow-motion videos. And again, learn how to drive a Zodiac and get a license. Tap the promote channel to find stories written by young explorers. So again, you can pull that information and share it with your clients. Expedition photography. This is where geography and photography meet, with visual storytelling at its finest. Our expedition photography program takes the experience to the next level by bringing some of the world's top visual storytellers to travel at guest side and at the service. Not only are they deeply knowledgeable professionals versed in the technical aspects of photography and storytelling methods, but they are also experts in wildlife, and sharing their knowledge gives travelers the opportunity to capture some of the life's most memorable moments. Guests go on assignment with National Geographic photography experts. Every expedition aboard the National Geographic Endurance, Endurance, the Resolution, Explorer, Orion sails with the National Geographic photography expert as part of the expedition team. Sharing in every aspect of the journey, they offer tips at the deck rail, share engaging stories during presentations in the lounge, and with a little prodding over dinner or drinks, will likely share amusing anecdotes of their time in the field. They are full participants in the expedition and engaging travel companions. The Lindblad National Geographic certified photo instructors enhance every expedition, board any ship in the fleet, and explore with a knowledgeable Lindblad National Geographic certified photo instructor, CPI, an important member of the expedition team, specially trained to help guests with the elements of composition and provide tips in the field. Guests are sure to return home with fantastic photos. Right? Exclusive gear locker. Thanks to our partnership with camera manufacturer OM System, formerly Olympus, guests have the opportunity to field test top-of-the-line gear during their expeditions. Eager to try a powerful new lens, researching a new camera purchase, all guests can take advantage on the onboard OM System gear locker with our compliments. View a pre-voyage photo webinar and enjoy exclusive gear discounts as well. Immersive photo expeditions satisfy a passion for photography and travel. Photo expeditions are staffed with rosters of National Geographic photography experts, certified photo instructors, with special outings timed to take advantage of the golden hours of the light in the morning and evening. Amateur photographers can join and share and learn sessions and small group outings with Zodiac cruises and walks that focus on getting in position to capture incredible shots. Look for photo expeditions on these upcoming itineraries: the Alaska Escape, LeConte Bay, Wrangell, and Misty Fjord. The Alaska Escape Haines, the Indian Islands, and Tracy Arm Fjord. Voyage to Alaska, British Columbia, and Haida Gwaii, and Baja California Remarkable Journey. The tip: National Geographic photo experts are also on board select Galapagos National Geographic and Denver 2 departures. Plus, you can add on the optional pre-voyage extension, Ecuador's Amazon Usuni Wildlife Photo Extension, so your clients can focus fully on capturing the best images possible of inspiring landscape and wildlife. Which of the following are features of a renowned expedition photography program? All the above. Short little video. Right. Escapes. So our escapes offer the same exhilarating experiences as our classic expeditions. They're simply shorter and as a result more convenient for travelers without the luxury of time to commit to an extended sojourn. Guests will still enjoy the same personal connections and expert insights from the Lindblad Expedition National Geographic team. So you have Wild Alaska Escape, LeConte Bay, Wrangell, and Misty Fjords. Only 6 days on the Seabird or the Sea Lion. Witness nature's frozen sculpture garden, LeConte Glacier, larger than life icebergs in every shade of blue the eye can see. You have the highlights, which venture by Zodiac into a fjord choked with blue ice from LeConte or Baird Glacier. Walk along the shoreline among the ice sculptures stranded on the beach. Sail Bem Canal into Misty Fjords National Monument in search of humpbacks, killer whales, and sea lions. Then hike the moss-draped cedar and Sitka spruce forest of nearby islands. Visit a tribal house with the beach famous for native petroglyphs or remote Wrangel Island, or take a jet boat excursion up the Steckline River. Whale watch daily from the bow, keeping eyes peeled for orcas on the hunt. Explore Ketchikan's local port with its vast fleet and thriving commercial fishery. Tap the icon for the route. You have Wild Alaska Escape, Haines, Indian Islands, and Tracy Arm Fjord. 6 days. This is on the Seabird and the Sea Lion, active, exciting expedition to witness Alaska's iconic wildlife and epic landscapes. Kayak or paddleboard along rugged coastlines of Chicago Island, which harbors one of the highest concentrations of brown bears in the world. Hike through temperate rainforests on Baranof Island, listening to bald eagles calling out from the towering spruce and hemlock trees. Explore Haines, the adventure capital of Alaska, via raft, bicycle, or hiking boot, and opt to soar over Glacier Bay National Park on a flight seeing tour. Cruise by Zodiac and kayak among abundant sea lions and search for whales in the Indian Islands. Meet eagles at the Raptor Rehabilitation Center and whale watch daily from the bow of our small ship and witness breaching humpbacks and orcas on the hunt. Make it back-to-back, seamlessly combine the experience of the Southern Wild Alaska Escape itinerary and double the sights, the sightings, and the wilderness on this most active expedition. Check out the 2024 Wild Alaska Escape, Glaciers of Prince William Sound in the Cell section. How do escapes differ from a classic? Shorter duration. All right, Galapagos, Peru, and Amazon. Wild Galapagos Escape, 7 days on the Islander. View iconic wildlife, sparked the theory of evolution aboard the newest member of the fleet, the National Geographic Islander 2, an all-suite yacht-like vessel with 26 suites. The itinerary has departures on Saturdays and Thursdays. You can snorkel and kayak in rich waters among shimmering fish, sea turtles, penguins, and playful sea lions. Walk among colonies of wildlife and seabirds, unfazed by your presence. Maximize time in the islands with options for exploration every day, including hiking, kayaking, snorkeling, and more. The food we serve comes from very lands and waters we explore. We're able to do this because we build relationships with local farmers, and our chefs harvest ingredients alongside them. Post-voyage extension. Add a 2-night or 3-night post-expedition cultural experience in the Andes of Ecuador with the Quito or Otavalo post-voyage extension. Got the route map there. Wild Galapagos and Peru Escape, 10 days on the Islander. Discover 2 iconic world wonders, Galapagos and Machu Picchu, in a 10-day action-filled days. Let's go on that, Linda. Soak in the scenery and culture of the sacred valley of the Inca. Journey between Ollantaytambo and Machu Picchu by Inca Rail. Remain in the late afternoon at fabled Machu Picchu and maximize time in Galapagos with options to hike, a Zodiac cruise, and snorkel every day. Tap the icon for the route. And then Wild Peru Escape of Amazon and Machu Picchu. New itinerary combines the best of Peru with the Amazon and Machu Picchu to explore archaeological and natural wonders. Explore iconic Machu Picchu with hand-picked guides. Sail the headwaters of the mighty Amazon River, venturing out daily in narrow, nimble skiffs. Discover the sacred valley of the Inca, including the Temple of the Sun, as well as Cusco's magnificently ornate 17th century cathedral on the Plaza de Armas. Spend 2 nights at Inca Tara Machu Picchu Pueblo at base camp with its Andean-style casitas set along a reserve with 300 species of orchid. Pre-voyage, add a 2-night pre-voyage extension at the Classic Country Club Lima Hotel to relax and explore the cosmopolitan Lima with its colonial history, celebrated cuisine. Tap the right map for the route. All right. And is that what we just did? Next. Here we go. Costa Rica. So exploring Costa Rica, Guanacaste, Santa Rosa, and Rincon de la Vieja. 6 days on the quest. Witness the dazzling natural wonders, pristine coastline of Costa Rica's Guanacaste region.
We are exploring the tropical dry forest in the northern peninsula of Costa Rica, Guanacaste area.
This is a very unique location with limited access to visitors.
Remote beaches, remote islands is really what I wanted to see on this adventure.
This is paradise. This is heaven if you want to come and enjoy the meaning of biodiversity.
Every day there was something new, whether it was a remote beach, all kinds of wildlife. I mean, we couldn't stop seeing wildlife on that very first day.
The snorkeling was something else. A lot of fish that I'd never seen before.
Costa Rica wild that you just can't see by road.
I really hope you enjoyed. Pura vida.
All right, so expedition highlights: snorkel and kayak among a multicolored galaxy of tropical fish, palm line beaches in the Guanacaste Conservation Area, UNESCO World Heritage Site. Discover diverse tropical ecosystems while exploring via kayak and paddleboard, on foot or horseback, and soaring by zipline. Spend an afternoon enjoying Isla Tortuga's palm-shaded beaches before a barbecue dinner on the sand. Explore the volcanic landscapes of Rincon de la Vieja National Park and search for exotic wildlife from monkeys to macaws. All right, on which expedition can guests snorkel and kayak among tropical fish and palm line beaches in the Guanacaste Conservation Area, UNESCO World Heritage Site?
Costa Rica.
Oops. Costa Rica?
The last one.
Yeah, Costa Rica. Thank you. All right, we have Greenland and Iceland. 6 days on the Resolution. Venture to the fjord-laced coast of western Greenland to the edge of the Greenland ice cap. Explore the dramatic coastline of West Greenland by water and on foot, kayaking stunning fjords and hiking across the tundra while on a lookout for wildlife. Delve into Greenlandic culture and history of the outstanding Museum of Sisimiut and meet with residents of, oh my gosh, Yomanac Island to learn about everyday life. Hike the Samaramiut Valley to promontory overlooking the mouth of the Elucid Ice Fjord and take in extraordinary views of the iceberg choked bay. Visit the archaeological site of Kilalsaso, where remarkable, well-preserved 500-year-old mummies were found in 1972. And then you have Wild Iceland Escape, 6 days on the Resolution. Discover why Iceland is known as the land of fire and ice on the voyage to the remote fjords, volcanic isles along the country's western coast. Explore Iceland's pristine fjords, fascinating tundra, dramatic waterfalls, accompanied by a dedicated team of naturalists. Encounter evidence of volcanic activity as we soak in geothermal hot springs, hike over cooled lava fields, and view Iceland's newest isle, Cert. Discover the rich biodiversity of the remote west fjords and watch the humpback minke whales in the surrounding waters. Guests can choose their own adventure from one of the 3 optional trip extensions, from a hiking excursion across Iceland's untamed highlands to an exploration of the Snæfellsnes Peninsula's epic natural wonders. All right, view the map. Baja California and Channel Islands. Wild Baja California Escape. The whales of Magdalena Bay, 6 days on the Seabird. Mexico's Bahia Magdalena is one of the best places in the world to witness interactions between majestic gray whale mothers and their curious calves. Spend several extraordinary days among gigantic gray whale mothers and their calves in the nursery waters of Bahia Magdalena. See them from the ship and local pangas, delighting in up-close encounters. Kayak and paddleboard stunning mangroves or beachcomb along endless beaches. Explore diverse landscapes. Fat tire bike along desert island terrain. Scan the skies for bird species from diving pelicans to magnificent frigate birds. All right, let's watch a quick video on this.
Our voyage together explores where the desert meets the sea.
It's a fantastically warm and wonderful day here in Baja, and we're seeing incredible behavior from these gray whales.
Oh, that was incredible.
The Magdalena Bay area, this is an area where the gray whales concentrate for breeding and giving birth to their calves. During the lowest tides of the year, there is only 1 foot, less than 1 foot of water under the hull of the National Geographic Seabird. So it's very tricky navigation, and that's why we have a member of the Camacho family on board as a pilot, Sergio Camacho.
Today we traveled north through Hull Canal, which is an incredibly narrow channel.
This whole set of mangroves right here is a roosting area and a nesting area for magnificent frigates. Wow, how cool to be back here.
Magdalena Island is quite long. Most of the 60-mile island is made by a series of sand dunes, beautiful Baracan dunes.
I had no idea how beautiful this place was going to be. It's really quite unimaginable until you've been here.
All right. So Wild California Escape Channel Islands National Park. You can go on the Venture or the Quest. Did you know there was a hidden wild side of the remote and remarkable Channel Islands? Explore the islands by walking miles of trails, short and longer options available. Paddling crystal clear waters by kayak or stand-up paddleboard. Exploring by Zodiac. Or photographing breathtaking landscapes and bird colonies. Hike in Torrey Pine Grove, one of only 2 on Earth, and enjoy a picnic lunch with sweeping views of the natural harbor. See iconic animals such as the American bison, bald eagles, Channel Island fox. Visit the famous community of Avalon, a haven for movie stars in Hollywood's golden era. All right, come on. My computer's getting tired. All right, Mexico's Bahia Magdalena, a highlight of the wild Baja California escape, is one of the best places in the world to witness what? Gray whales?
The first one.
What is it? First one?
First one.
Very good. All right, solo and small groups. So welcoming onboard community and open group activities make traveling solo a comfortable, rewarding experience. Did you know even National Geographic Lindblad Expedition ship features dedicated solo staterooms and dedicated solo pricing? Guests often compare traveling aboard our ships to sailing aboard a private yacht with a group of like-minded travelers, and everyone is integral to the adventure. Many dining room tables have an odd number of seats to make mixing easy at dinner, and solo travelers will find our expedition staff is as companionable as they are knowledgeable. So a tip, solo travelers can opt to find a roommate and save. Using this option allows solo travelers to pay the per person double occupancy rate, whether or not we find a roommate, another guest of the same gender, to share accommodations. This program is subject to availability and limited to certain ships and categories. Okay. Small groups with our fleet of 22 ships and over 400 destinations, National Geographic Lindblad Expeditions is bound for some of the most exciting, interesting places on the planet. An expedition with us offers the perfect opportunity for small groups of family or friends to experience the profound joys of exploring the world together. Are any of your clients members of an affinity group or organization that may be interested in traveling together? Booking an affinity group on an expedition is an ideal way to generate affinity loyalty, cultivate member bonds, and showcase the uniqueness and value of the group. On the next page, we'll take a group bookings to the next level with full ship charters. True or false, solo travelers can save by using our find a roommate option. That is true. All right, so private charters. Private charter with National Geographic Lindblad Expeditions offer an exclusive, intimate experience to sophisticated travelers. Whether they plan to host a board meeting, refresh an existing incentive program, or organize a friends and family reunion, a National Geographic Lindblad Expeditions charter is an ideal opportunity to create an undeniable bond among their group and an experience that will last them a lifetime. Here are some of the types of private charters you can book with us. Family and friends. What better way to spend quality time with friends and family, enjoy beautiful moments of discovery, interacting with giant aquatic mammals, or sharing stories on a hike through rainforests or over sandy dunes. Milestone celebrations, exclusive milestone birthdays to the ultimate retirement party. Celebrate the important moments in life, the Lindblad way, in Alaska, Antarctica, or anywhere in between. You have board retreats. Plan next year's goals in the Galapagos, brainstorm in Belize, or escape to Iceland to strategize freely. With all the tools needed to conduct business, a board retreat with Lindblad Expeditions makes work easy. Corporate incentive travel. Our private charters create a memorable experience for employees who have reached sales goals, closed on big purchases, or are celebrating an important work anniversary. So nonprofit society organizations, whether it's a conservation group studying whale migrations or a group of yogis looking for adventurous savasana, our ships are perfectly suited for groups of like-minded individuals. You have donors and development. Our incredible ships are the perfect platform for philanthropic travel, build a lasting community between donors or future donors, and travel to spread awareness for the cause. There's no better time for fundraising and friend-raising than over a sustainable sourced dinner with local flair and wildlife, spotting on a deck in the world's most beautiful locales. Seminars at sea. Create an inspiring educational environment to demonstrate an organization's social impact to constituents. Our ships are furnished with comfortable lounges that double as community gathering spaces with audio-visual equipment for keynote presentations, so events can be hosted in some of the world's most spectacular locations. Expert tip, it's easy to plan and book solo group and charter travel with us. For more information on affinity group travel or private charters, email Karen at that email. And then for help booking family groups or groups of friends, reach out to our sales team contact, which you'll find in the cell channel. And last but not least, congratulations, you are now an official expert. You have closed your Expedition 360 Circle by successfully completing all 6 chapters and have earned your diploma. Now it's time to take advantage of the Sales Companion part of this program, where you can retain and share your expert knowledge, plus find all the tools you'll need to answer client questions and make expedition bookings. Remember, you can also access and share ship showcases, promotional packages on each ship in our fleet to help you in selling National Geographic Lindblad Expeditions. We hope you have enjoyed learning about the extraordinary expeditions and experiences we provide around the world. As a thank you for taking the time to complete this course and for the essential role you'll play in making our adventures possible, all graduates will be automatically added to our Find and Travel Advisor page on our website. So there you go. Now you got a lead resource. Please contact Lindblad Sales Expedition if you'd prefer not to be listed. Otherwise, you will be listed. And we're also pleased to offer you 50% savings on cabin fare for select voyages. This special rate extends to a travel companion sharing your cabin. So it's our way of saying thank you for your continued support and collaboration. Contact your regional sales director for more information. So that's pretty cool. 50% off, and you got a lead resource. So congratulations, everybody. Make sure you post your certificate, okay? So you should be able to just click close, go right up here and click your diploma. Make sure you share it, email it, etc., download it. And congratulations to everybody, okay? So have an amazing day. Did everybody finish, and do you have your certificate? Yes, yes, no, maybe. All right. Well, I've got to jump on to another training.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
So much, Marnie.
You're welcome. Have a great Christmas, everybody. I'll see you guys on either Friday or Saturday next week. Maybe some other trainings during the week, but if not, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Thank you guys for joining me, and have an amazing weekend. We'll talk to you soon.
You too. Bye-bye.
Congratulations.